Drop. Drop. Drop.
All right. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, regardless or regardless of wherever you are tuning in or streaming from right now. You're welcome to another live stream or show with Benjamin. I know most of you actually know me as Web3, but which is cool. But I've chosen to go a little bit more official this time around on Chin Africa. This is Benjamin, for those of you that don't know my real name, and you're welcome to another live stream on Chain Africa. You know, one of the things that we do here on this show, which we started yesterday, is to, I mean, talk to you guys, talk to founders, and actually share their stories with you. Not just so you know about them, just also so you can also stay motivated and also start building regardless of whatever phase you found yourself. I mean, the founder we had yesterday, Mr. Ifeanyi, and his wife, Ogechi, Ms. Ogechi, it was an amazing section actually. And if you were not on that live stream, I would suggest you go back to watch or listen to the live stream. We have the recorded version on on Twitter and also on YouTube. So do well to search us up and you will get the live stream without taking so much of our time, because this live stream is actually slotted or scheduled to last for just 1 hour. Or not before 1 hour, we should be done with the live stream. Today with me, I'm going to be having Mr. Shedrack, and who I'm going to be speaking with today. Sorry, let me just take this off and yeah. Hello, Mr. Shedrack. Good afternoon, sir.
I'm trying to see. I don't know why you're trying to do. I don't know whether you might.
Uh, you can you hear me now? I'm trying to be as audible as possible. Okay, so while we await Mr. Shedrack to fix the microphone or sound issues, because on my own end I can hear myself clearly. That is the sound issue is not coming from my end, probably from his end also. So, sir, when it's fixed, I'd like you to let me know. All right. So as I was saying earlier on, just giving a little bit of a recap of what we spoke about yesterday. Yesterday we had
Hello? Is it
Mr. Ifeanyi and Mrs. Okichi. Yes, sir, I can. Can you hear me now, sir? How about now? Can you hear me now? Okay. All right. So while we wait for Mr. Ifeanyi to fix his sound issues, he's still with us. So, Mr. Ifeanyi, when you're done, you could just say something. I can hear you loud and clear, just so that we don't just keep people waiting without starting up something. All right. So quickly, I was giving a quick recap of what we talked about yesterday with the founders or the team behind Planbook. Planbook is actually building a B2B system that helps business onboard on chain and easily have people pay for their services without fiat for now. So for now, it just takes away the barrier of fiat issues, naira, dollars, shenanigan, and they just build a system behind these businesses, UI, UX, for easy payment, cross-border payments, and things like that. So, I mean, talking to Mr. Ifeanyi yesterday, Mr. Ifeanyi, who was not initially a programmer or web developer or blockchain developer of any sort, he was actually a student of what's it called? He was actually a student of chemical engineering. I think Mr. Shedrack is back. Mr. Shedrack, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. I think you are struggling with the internet, right?
It wasn't internet, oh, like I wasn't hearing you at all.
Okay, wow. Okay, so how about now? Are you more settled? So what is that?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly now.
Okay. So is your phone set up so we can get into business?
Yeah, if you can hear me, I'm good to go.
All right, all right. Okay, let me just increase your volume a little bit more. All right, so quickly, you're welcome, sir. How are you doing today, sir?
Come again.
How are you today, sir?
I thank God my day has been actually just a normal working day, stressful as usual. We thank God. What about you?
Yeah, yeah, not bad. Like you said, the normal working day, it's a Wednesday, the grind continues, and there's no peace for the weekend. So I guess I'm wicked. So I'm not have peace in the world.
I'm not in that category.
All right, all right. So, by the way, happy new month and welcome to the month of April. And I wish you all the very best this month of April. So we just dive into the business of today's live stream. I'd like to know a little bit about you. First of all, I'd like to start with the question of you telling us what your life like was before Survey Group. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm wrong, please correct me. What's your life? What was your life like before you started building this? What were you doing?
Okay, for me, I would if I would say before I started building Sophie Group, or okay, let me just put it this way. Before I started building this version of Sophie Group, I would say that Sophie Group, by the way, is actually my initials. Shedrack, Onyebuchi, Francis, kind of. So that was actually where I coined out Sophie Group
So
from.
now
Then my
family
son.
business you dey do. I see what you're doing. I see you.
So that was it. So before now, that was basically my.
I think we lost Mr. Shedrack there. Welcome to Nigeria once again. So I think Mr. Shedrack actually is the CEO of Software Group, by the way. And like he has said, that Software Group was bettered from his initially, all right. So I think S stands for Shedrack, and the E stands for I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. So they're actually building an system for the Web3 space, not just Web2 talent, but talent for the Web3 space, and and that's what Sophie is quickly about. So I will just take us through their page right now while we are waiting. Obviously, I can't go back to start talking about what uh what we're talking about or what I was talking about earlier on. So let me just find out Sophie Group. Just 1 second. So I guess you can see my screen though. Yep. So this let me just get that out. Yeah. So I think Sophie Node is actually a product of Sophie Group. They were initially building Sophie Group before Sophie Node, which is this. It's building the future through innovation, blockchain, and tech education, facilitation, and advocacy. All right. So one of the things that Software Group has been able to do so far is the fact that they go around teaching people about about blockchain and tech. So they don't just teach about Web3, like we call it, all right, while other people understanding it as a blockchain. They just go around teaching about Web3. They also teach people about tech in general. And I saw the other day, I think I saw a milestone that they've onboarded about 5,000 um 5,000 people into the Web3 space, which I feel is actually bullish for someone that has tried running a community. I mean, before now, one of the things that we did or I did was I'm the co-founder of the Cocoon. Cocoon is a Web3 onboarding platform whereby we educate people on Web3, not tech. So I actually have an idea of what it means to onboard people into the ecosystem. So for him to have reached about onboarding about 5,000 people into the space, I feel that's very bullish and that's an amazing milestone in my own opinion. I know there is more that they can do, but 5,000 is a whole lot. I think lately they had one of their meetings at I think it was UNN, University of Nigeria. I don't know what's going on. So they had one of their meetings of recent, and one of the things they also do is that they go from one institution to the next institution to host events, onboard people, tell people about the blockchain, onboard them about the teach them about the blockchain. Sorry, and onboard them into the space, and also see how this would can convert their normal soft skills that they use in the Web2 space to the Web3 space. And I think they also educate people on those soft skills that can be useful in the Web3 space. So they also have more like a talent management system where they what's it called? Where they help you get jobs and link you to probably founders that are trying to that will be needing your soft skill. So I think software node or software group is actually giving so much value back to the people that we obviously might not comprehend for now. So I think we have Mr. Shedrack back. Let me bring him back up. I'm sorry, sir. One moment, I'll bring you up now. I'm just talking about what you building. All right, sir. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. My apologies for being. Would I say I'm apologizing for being in Nigeria?
No, you don't have to apologize. It's one of those things that happens to us. We just have to pray that God should bless us enough to not rely on internet from Nigeria or made in Nigeria,
No,
precisely
no,
Starlink
like
and all of those things.
I have my Airtel ODU. That one is not even working at all. Then I'm trying to manage MTN, and MTN is trying to treat me like I'm not in my father's land again.
Yeah, I understand. It's just very sad that these internet providers promise us a whole lot and barely deliver. Now, for example, Airtel Udu, they say it's 5G, fiber, shenanigan, and everybody still keeps complaining about your fiber internet. MTN says they have 5G and nobody experiences 5G. It's just sad, but it is well. So quickly, so we go back to what we were talking about. You were about telling us about yourself before Sophie Group, what about what you were doing before now, and things like that.
Group was coming from my initials, and I go by this nickname Sophie. So that's just even on my I go by the name Amazing Sophie. This is the amazing. That is after my name. So before Sophie Group, I would say before. So
Okay, I think we lost him again. What a very beautiful day to struggle with the internet. It's just sad. But it's well and good. We're just going to give him some time, and
Sophie
if we
Group
can't,
started. Let me just start from there. Sophie Group started from like a
I don't know. Are you back, sir? It's okay if you can turn off. You can turn off your camera if
yeah.
the
Can
camera
you
is
guys
not.
hear me?
Yeah, you can turn off the camera. Don't worry. Let's just use your voice. If the camera is consuming more internet bandwidth. Okay. Let me just text him. Alice, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So I was saying that you can turn off your camera if it's consuming much bandwidth.
Okay, I don't. Okay, no problem. I will do that, please. So what I was saying is, so as a shoe brand,
Okay, so we are still struggling with the internet right now. This is terrible. But okay, so So, Mr. Sheldrak, if you can hear me, please, you can just turn off your camera so that we will just use your voice, and I think we can actually make do with that. All right. So we can't really wait. We can't wait to have you back. So you will just tell us more about what you're building at Sophie Group, and we can learn from your experience and your journey so far. All right. So still, I think I'll just go back to explaining or talking about what Sophie Group is building. Is it back? Okay, I think we lost Mr. Shedrack totally. So we'll just go back to this. Okay, so I was just talking briefly about what Sophie Group is about and what they are building over there. So I think, okay, Mr. Shedrack is back. So let me just bring him up. Hello, sir, can you hear us? If you can unmute your mic. All right,
Yes,
sure.
I can hear
Okay, so I want to bring you back up now. All right, sir. All right, so we can go ahead because you are about telling us what you were doing before Sophie Group, sir.
Okay, I had to change my position because I don't know whether that's by the way though. So
Mhm.
can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir, it's a lot better now.
Okay, okay. So I was saying that I Sophie Group started as a shoe brand before it was called Sophie Stores. So what we sell then was shoes. We were just selling shoes, palm, sandals, corporate made in Nigerian footwears. So after that, I got introduced to the internet of money. So or will I say money on the internet, and I did recharge and get paid. I did VP services, a whole lot of so many platforms that tell you to that you make money for affiliates. Recharge and get paid
Mm.
was basically about buying of time and data. So that was basically what I was doing at that point before the whole Ponzi scheme, went to the moon. I didn't do MMM, for example, but there were so many other platforms, participated in. Forgive me for the noise. I had to come outside.
No, it's fine. It's like
So,
interesting. I can hear you.
can you hear me now?
Yeah. I can hear you loud and clear. So go ahead, sir.
Okay, so I said I did a whole lot of Donzi scheme at some point for about the blockchain. So I think what even introduced me to blockchain was when we were doing this kind of investment stuffs. So the first time I knew about blockchain, I think that should be in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. So that was how I knew was this investment stuff. So you put your money, they give you 10% per month. Is it 10%? I can't really recall, but there was this investment. I bought my first Bitcoin with Naira, and that should be in 2018. I on this platform can't really remember their name, but with the whole bull market in 2019, my guy, these guys crashed. They took our money and our Bitcoin,
Crazy.
and the site crashed.
Okay, I think we just lost him again due to the poor internet, actually. All right, so I think we just lost him
So
due to the
that
poor internet.
was where I was first introduced about.
Hello, sir, are you there? Okay. Let me just send him a message quickly to probably just turn off his camera.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. So you can turn off your camera if it's actually consuming a lot of internet. So I could just use your voice. I'm fine with that.
Can you hear me? Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, I've left my camera. I don't know where I got disconnected from.
We were talking about the bull run in 2019 when the stuff crashed, the website crashed.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Now you've muted yourself.
Yes, yes. I wanted to know where I stopped or where the internet disconnected me from.
Yeah, you were talking. What I heard last was you saying that the website where you invested your 10,000 naira worth of Bitcoin crashed.
Okay, okay. So that was in 2018. We were doing this from Ponzi scheme. Participated a little in some Ponzi schemes. Then I started doing this investment stuff. I did with Mimes. That was a Nigerian company, reputable company. That investment went well. So I was conversant with diversifying your money. So there was this um, online investment as at then where you get to buy Bitcoin. That was the first time I was hearing about Bitcoin. So I bought Bitcoin in 2018, 10,000 naira worth of it, invested in a site, and with the bull run, they actually crashed. Would I say they shut down their site and maybe made away with our Bitcoins. So that was when I started learning about Bitcoin. The bull run, I saw it happen, but I did not participate in it. So from there, I started learning more about what blockchain is. Over time, I participated in Million Money. As at then, my apologies for the noise.
No
As at
problem, sir.
then, okay, so as at then, I started building a community, just telling them about um, how to create wallet because basically then what we knew was fund your wallet. As at then, Luno, I used Luno, I used Roku because these platforms you could easily you could even on Binance we could just credit your Binance with Naira directly to your Binance account. There was nothing like P2P. So I was just teaching people how to create accounts, Trust Wallet. That was the most popular wallet. Okay, not even Trust Wallet. Before Trust Wallet was Engine Wallet, Token Wallet, MetaMask, then Trust Wallet. Basically, I had a committee of just telling them, buy this token, create your wallet, create Binance accounts, and that was it. That was what translated to the Sophie Group community we were building, and we started talking about airdrops, we started talking about trading, down to last year, and we decided to rebrand the blockchain. Me, from my little study and knowledge about what do I call it now, technological cycle, the blockchain industry is coming into a mass adoption stage, and I'm seeing um, you know a business enterprise, blockchain communities and solution that work on a that does not really work on a model of grants and freebies. It needs business. It needs to function like a business enterprise. That's why we took the lead to restructure our brand to Sophie Note. So Sophie Note. Okay, you asked me what I was doing before now, so let me don't jump ahead of myself.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for that. And I'm really sorry about the internet issues that we had back and forth. I really don't blame you. It's one of those things that actually happen in this country, Nigeria. And just in case you're just joining us, today I have with me Mr. Shedrack, who is the CEO of Sophie Groups and Sophie Node. All right, so today we're going to be talking about, I think Sophie Groups actually gave back to Sophie Node and they liked. So we're going to be talking about that. And if you are yet to follow here on whatever platform you are seeing this live stream. Do well to follow. Do well to repost, share this on your WhatsApp status or whatever platform you are conversing with. Share with your friends to come join and listen to the stories of African founders. And so, Mr. Shedrack, briefly, can you just tell us what is Sophie Group? What are you guys focused on doing? What are you guys doing? And also after that, also talk about probably what's different between software group and software nodes? What are the different missions or vision statements that you guys have planned for this?
Okay, so just like I said, the Sophie group was coming from my initials, and personally, my my drive all this while has been building Future Africa. So especially as regards to technology. Okay, so that's just basically what Sophie group is all about. Before now, we were focused on Web3 and blockchain. So we were building blockchain communities. We are educating people. So far, we have onboarded over 5,000 persons, if not more. Should be even far more. We have reached when we were, Sophie Group before we rebranded. We've reached out to. I think there was a boot camp we held participants from over or even African countries. I think just a few persons from Europe and all that. So what we're doing as at then was basically blockchain education, getting people to first of all know that there is this technology called blockchain and it's going to change a whole lot of things, and also to tell them how to show them or help them understand what this technology is, and most importantly, how to maximize and position themselves. Before now, we usually call ourselves a good community. Okay, so our community is way back as at 2019. We've raised persons who no longer will I say who are not directly working with us as a team, but we have persons over time who have built their own communities, who have who are doing amazing things in this space, even though not directly associated with us as at now, but we've raised people who are actually doing amazing stuff. So that was Sophie Group Community, and we rebranded, like I said. It wasn't as though there was a need for the change of name, but let me explain why we had to change our name. Sophie Group in itself, if you look at the word group, it's not indicating a single product or service. Okay, so the reason why we had to go with that name all this was because we want to secure that name. If I'll say that, why secure that name? And the Sophie node, for example, why we are rebranding is dedicated to blockchain and Web3 services. So, aspect of Sophie Group that is into blockchain and Web3 is Sophie node, which is what Sophie Group used to be before now. Okay, so Sophie Group is evolving to accommodate other kinds of product or services. So we have interest in going into venture capital, we have interest in going into energy, into agriculture. So that's that aspect of Sophie Group. But the only portfolio company we have that is live is Sophie Node. So what is Sophie Node? Sophie Node is African's Web3 talent and distribution engine. So what we offer is we have two customers. That's we run a B2C and a B2B. So our B2C is still actually our vision as a community, which is to onboard people into Web3, get them to understand what Web3 is, but this time around with a focus on building a career. So that's why you see our annual conference is blockchain career exposition. So we want to let people know that they can actually build a career in blockchain, because when I was onboarded into Web3, or will I say crypto, all I knew was buy this coin, it will go up. In 2020, I was active kind of. So I think one of my biggest win was buying CHZ, that's Chichilis token, because as at then I was already a blockchain tutor. I understood tokenomics, I understood prospect, and when I saw a platform, Chili's, building a blockchain for entertainment, and all those fan-based token, I knew it was going to go mainstream. I got their app. Funny enough, I saw the advert on Facebook, onboarded. As at then, we could even get tokens, on the app. I got some. I think I still have some CZ tokens on the app currently. For carrying out some tasks, maybe just walk from here to here, you get airdrop and the rest of them. So I bought with about $50 as at then. And when it got listed on Binance and at the peak of the bull run with Harmony, I think Harmony, which other token, BitTorrent, and they were the peak of the bull run as at then, and my $50 $2,000 as at then. So
Oh
I
my
really thought,
goodness. I mean, let's say that then $2,000 was about 1.5, 1.6 million naira.
you see?
I say as at then $2,000 was around 1.5, 1.6 million.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
So
that's
that was
interesting. When crypto was
yeah.
crypto.
So that was basically how we were onboarded. I never had it been I knew about. In fact, that's why we are very focused with talent. Like we are very intentional with talent because had it been I knew about, blockchain wasn't just about buying tokens. It was a platform where it was a technology that was evolving that I could actually build a career. And had it been I started
Around.
building a career from 2019, you get it would have been I would have but all we knew was buy tokens and wait. You get so that's why we are more focused right now on helping people build a career in blockchain. Personally, I'm more focused on community building. That's where I'm more focused on. So what we do in Sophie Node is first of all activate people, get them to understand. In fact, let me just put it this way: we want to have a platform where from newbie to professional, we want to shorten that time as much as possible. So if the shortest time possible from one to be onboarded in crypto and become a professional is 3 months, we want to make sure that from onboarding to becoming a professional, like having a career path in the blockchain space is month, we want to shorten that time to 3 months. Might took me years, but if we can do it in 3 months, why shouldn't we do that in 3 months? Wow. Okay. I was telling you we are working on our website. So yeah, that's our website.
Yeah. I mean,
node.sofigroup.org .com. These are
I was looking at the website earlier on
this
before
one will
now.
still
I'm listening to you. You say something, sir.
yeah these are outdated. We are still going to redirect people from Sophie Group because many people still know us as Sophie Group. So we are still going to be link this website to the Sophie node. You get so whenever you click on sophiegroup.com, it takes you directly to node.sophiegroup. Yeah, excusing us. We are yet to launch. We are yet to launch that this website, but of course everything is live. But you can't create an account as of now, pending on when we want to go live. We're still working on them, but everything you need to know about us is on node.sofagroup.com. So on the distribution part, we've seen Sue on campus, we've seen Solana as well doing massive work with distribution network across Nigeria and even the world, and we are amazed. And when we are doing, as a team, when we are doing all this review, we got to discover something that we're actually doing the same thing. You get doing the same thing, but we have not really structure our marketing to future all the services that we render. Because if you look at our website, you see what we did with CoinW. We activated them with our network across several states. We're able to onboard over 800 users, able to bring in over $30,000 into the exchange in direct user funding. We're able to raise up to we're able to have up to 1.2 million in trading volume. You get so we got to discover that Africa has a problem of distribution, and Sophie Group is already solving, that problem. So why not rebrand, change rebrand to represent just what we are representing? Because if you look at even recently we helped Busha facilitated their Enugu campus invasion that happened in Enugu. That should be like last 2 weeks. So this is actually what we do. So why not restructure our marketing, our vision statement to reflect exactly who we are, and also position ourselves to fill that gap that we see in the space. Because if you look at Solana, for example, the super team, I give them their kudos. I'm in close proximity with some of them in the team and all that. I love what Solana is doing. I love what the super team is doing. But you see that there is still a distribution gap in that most of these distribution networks, like Sue on campus, there are so many other blockchains that are building their own, their own blockchain specific distribution network. But what Sophia Node is coming to do is that we are building an independent, decentralized distribution network. Okay, which is what we already have as part of our vision. Because even before we rebranded, we want to have our chapters. Before now, we used to call them chapters, like UNN chapter.
Okay, I think we lost him there a little bit, so we just.
Chapter, Uniben chapter, across we now have UNN node. So if you
Okay, I think we lost him again. And while we just wait for him to fix his internet, because it's like internet is the weapon fashion against us today, right? So while we wait for him to fix that, we'll just go through their
for
website once
example, you
again
want
and
to
look
partner
at what they've been able to do so far with Sophie Node. Looking at their past testimonies, I mean, it's just amazing. They've done events.
node network actually
Are
see
you back,
what
sir?
it's all about. You,
Hello, sir.
you,
Sorry, we lost you there a little bit. So I just went to look at your website and talk about some things on the website, by the way. So do I have you fully back now?
Okay. So in a summary about distribution, our goal with our distribution network, which is why we are establishing nodes across, different states, different campuses. We want to. Our goal is within the next 2 to 3 years, we will be able to have nodes across every state in Nigeria. So, if for example you want to have Afro Play, or let's say that's the gaming guide now, for example, you can
Yes.
just partner with and we can have a gaming group of people in a university in Nigeria. So that's one of our goal. Any Web3 product or protocol into our node, and you have the whole Nigerian states covered. That's one of our goals with our distribution network.
Okay, thank you so much. So I think you've also answered my next question. My next question was going to be, what inspired you to start building Sophie Node and things like that? Like, what challenge do you think people experience before Sophie Node? And you talked about the distribution problem, and that's why we have Sue coming up with their in real life activities. We have Super Team from Solana coming out with their in real life activities for founders, users, and things like that. I think also Avalanche too is doing the same. So literally everyone understands this distribution issue and they're trying to solve it. But you are not solving it from the aspect of an outsider coming into Nigeria to solve it. You are solving it from the ground level outside, which I feel is beautiful. And also congratulations to eating over 5,000 user onboarding over the years you guys are building, and mass congratulations to that, and also to the event you had for Busha in Enugu. Also, congratulations to that. So I would also love to ask that. I mean, you've been around since, let's say, 2018. You've been in crypto space for that long. Like, what is the major issue that you think stops people or makes it very hard to onboard Web2 users into Web3? What do you think is that bridge, and how do you think you are solving that particular issue?
Okay, you make me want to talk about expose myself again. So there is this book that I'm writing. Um, I what I want to explain now, I called it the Great Misconception. In that book, I called it the Great Misconception. It's a popular book on blockchain and Web3. It's actually a masterpiece. So you know, the problem for me the problem blockchain have with its entry in Nigeria, I don't want to say Africa, but let's start from Nigeria. In Nigeria is the fact that Ponzi came before blockchain. Let me just put it that way.
To
Ponzi,
Nigeria.
the hype of, yeah, yeah, Ponzi was so escalated in Nigeria just before cryptocurrency made its way. And
Sorry to cut you
another
there. I was also a
problem,
victim of Ponzi scheme. I think that was in 2018, 2017. I learned about Ponzi before crypto. Just to cut that. I invested also Bitcoin. I think about around 12 to 13,000 worth of Bitcoin back then. So go ahead, sir.
exactly, that was what I was saying now. So we knew about Ponzi before crypto. And the major thing that that drew a whole lot of persons into crypto in 2017, 2018, 2019 was the fact that Bitcoin was almost $1 and is up to let's say $1,000, $2,000. No, not even $1,000. Let's say from $0 to, let's even say $800. That was massive. You get, and with the whole Ponzi mindset, people jumped into cryptocurrency. So they didn't even understand that there was something like a 4-year cycle. There was halving. People jumped into crypto thinking that it's just another get rich quick scheme. You get, so that was a major problem. That's why sometimes, like, I've worked with when I got to know about blockchain, I worked with my boss who was the founder of Wisdom Foundation. What we did then, I also worked with him as a blockchain educator. We were interacting every day with people, teaching them about blockchain, teaching them about creating wallets, buying coins, and the rest of them. And most of the issues we've had is that these people will tell you about MMM. When you talk about crypto, the first thing, especially not this Gen Z generation, I'm talking about people who are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. When you want to onboard them, they tend to think about MMM, they tend to think about Ponzi. You get, so the problem there was that there was this mix up when Ponzi was at its peak in Nigeria. That was the entry. I won't say that was when people started buying cryptos. Of course, people bought crypto way before 2018 and 2019, but that was the time Ponzi was at its peak, at least to the best of my understanding. So that's that mindset gap you get. So people don't. I think if we are going to start onboarding people the best way into crypto, we should start onboarding them from blockchain, not from crypto. You get, most people understand crypto, buy this coin, buy that coin, before understanding what blockchain is. So people should get to understand the technology first before its applications like crypto, NFTs, and the rest of them.
Yeah. Makes absolute sense. Thank you so much. So I just feel like you said, just to summarize what you said, in summary, you are saying that we had an issue with onboarding people because people actually were first introduced to crypto before blockchain. And now what you are doing is that you are reversing that. You are teaching people around about blockchain technology before crypto itself. So one of the use cases of blockchain is crypto. Blockchain has other use cases, obviously. So, I mean, thank you so much for that. I think you guys are doing wonderfully well. And if I may ask, like, how many chapters or nodes do you guys now have across the country, and where do you intend to expand to right now?
Okay, currently we have 5 nodes. We have a node in University of Jos. There was even an event they're supposed to partner with, but this just crisis is something else.
Yeah.
We just want them to stay safe. We have in UNN, we have in Delta, that's Delta State Polytechnic, Ogwashuku. We have in Nekede. We newly established one this year in Uniben, and they are striving. We hope to take a physical event to them very soon. So, particularly the states, we plan on increasing that to about 10 before the year runs out. But particularly, I want to be in Lagos. We are already making contacts. Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, and okay, so these are the major states. But of course, we still want to go far north to cover that as well. Maybe one in Kano. So I think these would be our target areas for now. But of course, we can expand more than that. That's why we want once our website is live, we'll be able to onboard people and activate node automatically, not just until I go there, because most of these nodes that we have, apart from Benin that we did this year, um, these are places we visited and we've had a physical event there, and that was how we were able to meet these people, understood their problem or where they are in blockchain adoption, and see how we can come in. But with our website, we'll be able to automate some of these things and get more nodes activated within the shortest period of time.
Amazing, amazing. All right, great job, sir. All right, so my next question now is, so after people go through software groups or software nodes, I mean, learning and all of those things, like what is the next phase you have for them after they've learned about blockchain, crypto, all the necessary things they need to know? What do they stand to gain after that?
So there we have in store. Some I won't say now, but of course those ones are necessary to say how I'm going to say them. So first of all, we have these our foundational course. So if you look at the website, that's node.sofagrid.com, you click on For Talents, where that's our B2C, our normal users, that's Sophians. They have to complete the foundational track. So we don't care where you're coming from, whether you've learned about blockchain, whether you've been in the space for since 2009. If you want to join our community, you have to go through our foundational course, and that's why we are assuring our B2B, that's our partners or protocols who want to plug into our network. We are not just exposing their product to anybody that is a human being. We're exposing them to people we've validated, and that our validation structure basically starts from foundational course on blockchain. So if you feel you know about blockchain, then pass the exam. If you pass the exam, we'll issue you a certificate, and also we are working on putting that certificate on chain. So that's just by the way. So when they finish that particular foundational track, they can now unlock the career path. Okay, so now you know what blockchain is, you know what blockchain is not, you know the various application of blockchain. Now we want to push you to build a career in blockchain. Okay, so once you finish with the foundational track, you know what blockchain is, you move into the career track where you can now decide to learn any skill you want to learn in the blockchain space. We have about 6 career track: development, management, data analysis, AI and automation, content, and the rest of them. So we have about 6 tracks you can actually choose from. So you can actually choose any skill. Each track has various skills you can actually learn. So after that, we also have internship. One sweet thing about where Sophie Group is now is that we can accommodate and give real life experience to those persons who have actually passed through training. Because of course, where we are right now, I see Sophie Group having over 100 workers, 100 people working actively with us over the next 2 years. So we can accommodate as much persons from internship to permanently working with us. So apart from the job opportunity and the real life working experience as well, we are also going to be activating bounty. So Web3 partners and protocols can launch specific user-based bounty or protocol-based bounty on our system. You get everything is going to be on the website. If you also check on the website, you see we have XPs. We are rewarding users for being community focused, like contributing to the community, doing our AMAs for contributions. You know, various contributions. We are going to be rewarding them experience points, and we are also going to be having our own bounty as a platform on our system. Okay, so they can also earn reward participating in bounties. They can, just like for example what we did with Bushia. Some volunteers from our community are already see that as contributors. From there, from contributors, they can build themselves as ambassadors and even get to work with the company on the long run. So If you also look at part of the services we render for our partners is campus ambassadors. So let's say, for example, a platform or a product is coming into Africa or coming into Nigeria. Instead of suffering yourself to do interviews, I need campus ambassadors. Just plug into our network. We are giving you people who understand blockchain. Our reputation is at stake, so we can't just give anybody to you. You can just get campus ambassadors in the whole 36 states just by reaching out to us. So, and those persons who the more you contribute to the community, you are building reputation in that node that you belong to. When opportunities like this come, we can recommend you for those jobs. So there is a whole lot that we can offer within the system that we actually building.
Okay, I think you guys have an amazing structure so far, and for me to give you your flowers because you deserve it. You guys have a well-created structure, which obviously didn't happen overnight. You guys kept building. You saw a problem, saw an opportunity in that problem, and used it to your own advantage. And I mean, knowing that after these guys have learned whatever they've learned about blockchain and crypto, there's also a system that they can also begin to intern with you guys. The more they intern, the more they engage with the community, they get more, should I say, they get more recognized. And the higher recognition they get, the more opportunities that you guys are willing to push them into or push the opportunities to them because they know the system, they understand the education or the tech, and they are able to know, okay, probably they are content creators, they know how to sell probably a product as an ambassador for that particular product. So I think you guys have done amazingly well with so far node of so far group so far. We have about just 8 minutes left, so you can go, and I don't take much of our time. And I also don't waste the time of our viewers out there. And I really want to give a big shout out to those people currently streaming with us on Twitter right now. Big shout out to you guys. I see you guys, and also on YouTube. I see you guys also streaming with us on YouTube. And today I have with me Mr. Shedrack. I'm the CEO of Sophie Group, which is now expanding to Sophie Node. All right. So they help people on board, and they actually educate people on tech and blockchain technology also. And also they also host events around the country, and they're also expanding in different institutions across the country of Nigeria. And they said that before the end of this year, they intend to have about 10 representatives in 10 different cities by the special grace of God. All right, so without any further, let me just go down to our last couple of questions for you. So I know that one of the reasons why we are having On-Chain Africa is not just to tell the story of you, Mr. Shedrack, is also to motivate people that are watching, young people that are watching, that probably don't have anything, or they are from very humble backgrounds and they have doubt in themselves. Because I know what that can always do to people. I'm a victim of inferiority complex, and I know what it feels like to come from a background that is like nobody actually sees you and nobody recognizes you or believes in whatever you are going to do because they expect you to follow a particular track record. So to people watching, young people watching right now, from your own personal experience, what would you tell them about going out to do what it is that they are to do, that those steps that you've also taken for yourselves, regardless? I'm sure you are not also from the best backgrounds also. You've struggled in life in different phases. So what's your own advice or encouragement to people that are in this category today?
First of all, let me start by exposure. Okay, prioritize your environment, both your online space on your phone, people around you, and when we say exposure is not just the background or environment where you are, it's also what you expose yourself to. So the books you expose yourself to, the kind of movies you watch, the kind of documentaries you read, these are what expose you. I would say, just like you said, I also came from a humble background, and one thing that have stuck with me, you would know the level I came to. I came to a point where I told myself, if I fail in life, I'll not forgive myself. Not because other people are succeeding, but because I have equal opportunity. I have no excuse to fail because I've seen people who I grew up in a far better background than them, and they were renowned. They were renowned in the world, Okay, so my parents were able to send me to school up to the university level. Some persons didn't even know education. You get, so for me, I would say your your exposure, the frequency of your mind is actually very, very important. There are several times I wanted to give up, but of course, never, never, never give up. Okay, so for me, that exposure, and sometimes exposure can come when you are in proximity with someone who you look up to as, who is living your dream. Like in my first year, one very fundamental factor of my mindset and my development, even conquering inferiority complex at some point, was the fact that I plunged myself into a system. My mentor, who is still my mentor, I posted on X yesterday. I went to represent him to receive an award. So systems are always very important. That's one thing we prioritize in Sophie Group. I had one of the team from Uniben. It was like, I do graphics design as at now. These are my design. And I told him, we cannot pay you, we can't pay you for now, but what we can assure you is a system to build, develop that skill, refine that skill. Our graphics lead can tutor you to, bring out that creativity that is in you. And when opportunity comes, we can, there are other opportunities I won't share here, but of course, we can offer you such opportunities. So plunge into a system that guarantees your growth by default. Okay, you can't be in a city and be normal. People are making progress, making money, building their career. You can't just be idle. You either just get frustrated or leave. You can't decide to participate in what we are doing and be normal. You get, you would always want to become better than who you were yesterday, and that's just the whole essence of growth. And what I would say also is, everything is possible. Okay,
Yeah.
stick to that goal, write your goal down. For me, it's Africa. I'm so a pan-Africanist. I am so focused. I love Africa. I don't like where Africa is. I want to do the best I can to make Africa a better place, and the best, or one of the industry I've chosen to do that is tech, and specifically blockchain tech at this point in time. So have people that inspire you, have people that encourage you, but of course, if there is nobody as at now, can you guys hear?
Yes, we
Okay.
can. We can hear you.
So what I would say is, surround yourself with people who are going where you are going. Okay, not necessarily people who are going where you are going. Surround yourself with result-oriented people. I have friends who are not in blockchain. Anytime I look at the strides they are making in their own field, human capital development, coaching, engineering. Even though I decided not to focus there, I graduated as from agric engineering, and you know, let me leave that one by the side. But what I'm saying is that surround yourself with people, even if you don't have those people around you. Filter your space on X. The people you follow should be people who inspire you to do more. If you look at, let's say for example, your YouTube, your should be, anytime you open Facebook. In fact, there was a time that it was even on my status. Every time I decide to watch status, I ask my go back to work. You're wasting time. You get. I see. And I target people's status that I build. I'm someone that I had at some point have over 100 status that have muted, because I can't open status every time consecutively for days, for weeks, or for months. What you are posting on your status, you are snapping picture, make all those things. I'm not, maybe I'm using it to make money somewhere, but I'm not the type that I come on your status every time. I just posting pictures. What am I using your picture to do? I should be able to get value from you. So every time I open my WhatsApp status, I'm always on in the positive way to bring out the best in myself. Okay, so that's what I'll say to anybody who is still coming up and who is building.
All right, all right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, sir, for that. And so, last question for you. So for people watching right now, the people on X and also on YouTube, and they would love to be a part of Sophie Group or Sophie Node, how can they join. And for those of you watching, I have down here on this screen flowing their Twitter
I don't know
handle, so you can give them a
if
follow
you
here on
heard
X.
me. I can't
So,
hear you.
sorry, sir. So you can give them a follow. So,
Hello.
sir, how can they be a part of what you're building or Sophie Group at large? Um, I lost Mr. Shedrack. Okay, we lost Mr. Shedrack there due to internet. So just in case you are also joining us now and you're just hearing about Sophie Group, we've said a whole lot about Sophie Group, and you love to join what they are building and educating. Probably you love teaching about blockchain, love educating people about the blockchain. You can be a part of Sophie Group right now. And okay, Mr. Shedrack is back to come tell us about how people can join. Are you there, sir?
Yes, I'm active.
All right, so quickly, I'll just reiterate the question, sir, just in case you didn't get it initially. So please, for those people actually watching us right now and would love to be a part of Sophie Group, how can they join? How can they come learn? How can they also come sharpen their technical skills or be a part of what you guys are building over there?
Okay, I think first is to you can follow us. Like our website is live, even though we've not announced the launch yet. But you can go to node.sofe group on X. We are at Sofe Node. If you go to our X page, well, to follow us, you can go to our website and just scroll down and click on the Telegram. You can join our Telegram group, and we would also get to add you to our WhatsApp platform. We look forward to. We are open, and also just to chip in. We also have a number of open roles, specifically business developer, and maybe you are streaming from a school that we didn't mention, and you want to build, you want to be a contributor or our ambassador in your school, build a community, because literally we are not just having an individual executive, we have a community that is thriving. So you'll be in charge of hosting events for us, in your school, establishing partners, sponsored community campaigns, and the rest of them. So that's it. Either an ambassador or you are a business developer who you want to work with us and be that bridge between us and brands and protocols that would want to partner with us. So that's it. We have an active WhatsApp group. So just follow the link. Okay, this is my page, so you can give me a follow. I would appreciate that and give you a follow as well. So you basically just on our Twitter page, you see our website. Go to our website, click on Telegram, and join our community. And we'd love to have you there.
All right, thank you so much. So, in summary, what Mr. Shedrack just said is that you can look at him here. I have his screen here displayed on of his Twitter page. You can easily just follow him on Twitter, and every page that is linked with Sophie Group, Sophie Node is there, and the websites are on their Twitter bios. So you can just quickly give them a follow and also send him a DM. I'm sure he's quick to responding to DMs. Also, shoot him a DM. He'll be more than glad to respond to you, give you feedback, for you to join their Telegram community and start seeing how you can learn and also be a part of this future that they are building. And one thing about startups is the fact that you don't judge the end of a thing by its beginning. All right, they're still very new and very early. And in the next 1 year, when we are hearing about Sophie Group again, might be the next big platform here in Nigeria. So you want to be a part of the next big thing, obviously. I mean, who doesn't want to be a part of the next big thing? All right. So thank you so much once again, Mr. Shedrack. Thank you so much to everybody that has been streaming with us for the past 1 hour, 14 minutes. We appreciate you guys and apologies for the internet issues which you had initially. That was obviously beyond our own control here. We believe that on our next stream, it's not going to happen again by the grace of God. So thank you guys once again and enjoy the rest of your evening. Sir, thanks so much, sir, for joining. God bless you and bye for now, sir.
Thank you so much for hosting me.
All right. So